Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from around the world. Inspiration continues with another living legend, celebrity, Mr. Leo Conrad D'Souza. He's a trainer, he's a coach, he's a mentor, he's a teacher. And he has mentored me as well in public speaking for some speeches. Let's learn from him who is he and what he's doing for society's betterment. I found him very interesting person. He has read so many books. He will let us know how many exactly. Let's learn from him about his life. And before that, I just want to tell you how I met with living legend. There is an organization called Toastmasters International. He's a Toastmaster for long time. He will tell us for how long. He's a distinguished Toastmaster. Distinguished Toastmaster is the highest level of achievement in Toastmasters journey. It's a public speaking platform where he goes to different clubs, speaks, and inspire many people. Let's welcome Mr. Leo Conrad D'Souza.
Thank you, Amjad.
Very welcome to our show.
Thank you, DTM Amjad.
I really appreciate your time.
You're most welcome.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well so far.
How's your family, work life?
Family is great and work life is even better.
Oh, I'm very happy.
But it's a challenge to trying to balance work life with family. But I'm getting there.
Impressed. Thank you so much. Let's start from your personal description. Who is Mr. Leo Conrad D'Souza?
Mr. Leo Conrad D'Souza is a gentle, kind, humble human being that I would like to describe myself as.
All right.
That is Leo Conrad. Always ready to help others and make a difference in their lives.
There's no
and
doubt
help
about
them be a better version of themselves. I would like to be remembered as that person, that yes, there was a person called Leo, who helped me be where I am today and helped me in my journey.
So you're trying to leave the legacy behind?
I'm trying to. Not yet got there, but still a long way to go.
It's your humbleness.
But
it's your
a
greatness.
Journey in progress.
Great. Distinguished Toastmaster Leo Conrad D'Souza. Why I'm saying it, people should know why I'm bringing the DTM and Mr. separately. How long have you been a Toastmaster?
I started my Toastmasters journey in 2003, September. I thought I was a good speaker.
You thought?
But today, good is not enough.
All right.
Yeah, one needs to be better than good. And it so happened in my journey in Nairobi, where I had to do a presentation to around 800 people. And there was a gentleman who I thought, who I know was far better than me. And I said to myself, wow, he is an amazing speaker. Let me ask him, where did he learn? And I did. I said, where did you pick up your speaking skill from? And he said, I joined an organization called Toastmasters in Holland. That was.
All right.
That's where he was living. He was from a company called Philips in Holland. And he said, try it. So the first thing I did when I came back from Nairobi to Dubai is Googled and searched for Toastmasters.
All right.
And I found there were only 3 clubs then, 3 or 4 clubs in Dubai.
All right.
One in Sharjah, but Sharjah was too far for me because I used to live in Dubai. And that was Star of Arabia, Dubai Toastmasters, and City of Gold. So I became member of 2 clubs, Star of Arabia, and a little while later, City of Gold.
All right. So there your journey started.
My journey started, yes.
So where do you see yourself as an improved version now compares to then?
Well, I would say improvement is a journey. It continues. And I like to think myself as a student of learning. A long way to go. And this is just the beginning. So what I see myself is to continue the journey, helping others, and in return, I help myself.
Indeed. Sir, I got to know that you are addicted to read books.
Oh, I love.
How many books you have read so far?
I have lost count of it, but you would like to know when I started reading? I was just 10 years old.
Wow.
When I developed the habit of reading, thanks to my dad, who used to punish me often for being mischievous.
All right.
And one of the things he used to make me do as a punishment was write and read.
All right. So why someone should read books if you are addicted to books, and what change has this reading habit brought in your life?
I have a question for you, Mr. Amjad, DTM Amjad.
Please.
Do you eat in the day?
Yes.
For what do we eat?
Just to live and
Live.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's a food for the body.
Indeed, yeah.
Reading, knowledge is food for the mind.
I see.
As we need food for the body, so does the mind need food.
Wow.
And I feel better. I know I get better reading. And reading opens the whole world to you. It has immense power,
All right.
to put that knowledge into the mind. And I always believed a good reader is a good speaker.
Wow.
Period. Class.
All right.
To be a good speaker, one should be a good reader.
Great.
Yes, coming back to that, I have read a number of books. I have lost count, maybe more than 1,000.
All right. All right. Great. Mr. Leo,
Yes, sir.
I have found you going to different clubs, and I have heard you speaking as well. And I found you that you are again addicted to stage. When you go on stage, you love speaking, you love dancing, you love showing your body. How does that come from?
I
Where
do.
did you learn this all?
Thank you for the feedback. I never knew that I love dancing and I'm dancing on stage.
Dancing
Wow.
doesn't mean you have to dance.
No, I
It means
know.
like you're using body
That's
language.
body language.
Going with your words.
Absolutely. I like to sing. See, it's just a passion. And to be a good speaker, it's all about stage time, stage time, stage time. Grab the opportunity you get, or whenever you get, to be on stage. Because I always felt to be a good speaker, you need to be on stage as many times as possible. I have a question for you, DTM Amjad.
Please, sir.
Do you think you can learn swimming reading a book?
Never.
Never. You learn swimming by doing.
Absolutely, sir.
So Confucius comes to my mind here when he said 540 BC, before Christ. He said, I see, I remember. I hear, I forget. I do, I understand. Understanding comes in doing.
Absolutely. Wonderfully said. Wonderfully said. Thank you so much for sharing this beautiful thoughts. Sir, you have mentioned that you are mentoring people, coaching, teaching. When did you find that this is what you should be doing it? Is it your life niche?
That is my passion, basically. I love, see, I'm almost towards the twilight of my career. I mean, well, I feel ashamed to tell my age. But people say, you have retired, aren't you? I said, yeah, I've retired. Because for me, every day is a holiday. And when you do what you love, what you do, it is indeed a holiday. But that's my passion, teaching, training, coaching, and mentoring. All four things in one. Why I like to do that? Because I like to give something back to the society. What the society has given me. It has given me far beyond my imagination can hold. And I would like to do the same back to people.
All right. So, what is the struggle? I really want to know. While teaching, coaching people, people are from different rule books, are different walks of life. When you interact with them, do you find struggle to interact with them, let them understand your concepts, the way you perceive life?
I do not find it a struggle. I find it a joy. Because every human being has talent in them.
All right.
Yeah, talent is God-given. I believe and I know that every human being has this talent. It is just that they have yet to discover it or find it. Usually what people do is they get into that herd mentality. If he is doing that or she is doing that, I need to do that. That I feel is wrong. Usually parents have got that habit, or they got into this niche that my son must be very good in studies or my daughter must be good and all that. No, it's not necessary to be that. Find the talent that the person has. Let me give you an example, DTM Amjad.
Sure.
Beethoven gave the best music to the world, but yet he was told he has no ear or hand to play music. So did many of the great people. We need to find the talent, and that is what I do when I coach or train or mentor people. Find out what is their passion, the talent, and work on that talent. You may ask me, or you are wondering, how do you know what is the talent of the person? It's difficult for you to find, but you can ask one leading question to the person is, speak to your heart. Your heart will tell you where lies your talent, where lies your passion for.
All right, great. Since you have brought parenting in it, this question was not part of our interview, but I want to ask you.
Yes,
It's
sir.
very relevant. It's going to connect with every single person out there. A lot of people I've seen, they are disappointed because of marking. Everyone, you have rightly mentioned, everyone is not good in studies, in calculation, in science, in whatsoever, you name it. But their parents want something different from them. They're expecting something from them. And in result, they're committing suicides. They are taking different wrong paths. What do you want to tell those parents?
DTM Amjad, learning starts from home, not in schools, universities or elsewhere. The real core of the learning is at home and is the parents' responsibility, I feel. One of the responsibilities, leave the child alone, let them do whatever you want. Now, my son, all right, when he wanted to go to university, he is working today. He works in Amazon in London.
I see.
Yeah, and when he wanted to go to university, he did ask me the question, Dad, what should I do? And I always told him one thing, son, speak to your heart. Your heart will tell you what to do. I'm not that kind of parent who says rush into engineering or doctor or IT or computer science. No, you don't need to do any of that. You need to do what God created you for, what He has implanted, that talent in your heart. You need to find that.
Special, that purpose.
Yes, find your purpose. You said it. Absolutely, DTM Amjad. Find your purpose. What am I here for? What I can give the world? What did God send me from you?
Absolutely.
And God has not made everybody scientist or everybody engineer. No.
Absolutely.
He has given different talents to different people so that the universe is a whole.
Very correct. Very
That's
correct. Great. Thank you so much. It's going to help you out. You need to introspect, think again what you're doing for your kids with them. Distinguished Toastmaster Leo Conrad D'Souza, I have heard and I have experienced as well. You have by-hearted few of the Toastmasters manuals. How did you do that?
Only CC manual I by-hearted.
Okay.
I know the entire pages, yeah. And the most important thing, that's why I keep regularly going to meetings. Every week I attend at least 3 meetings. Two meetings for sure. 3 meetings to keep in touch with what is in the manual. Otherwise I get rusted. How did I do that? I said to myself, I had a personal goal that I will be a DTM once I know this manual, CC manual, the old one, not the pathways, the competent communicator, by heart.
Yeah.
Because that is the basics, the fundamentals. The basics don't change.
It covers everything.
It covers everything what you need to be an amazing public speaker.
Right.
To be a, what shall I say, wow public speaker. It's all there.
For example, if you just want to point out few.
Like what? Tell me.
Like when we go on stage,
Yeah.
what do you see in speaker? Eye contact.
No, that's the body language, I would say.
All right.
Okay. You go to the body language part manual. Body language says only 5 things. And the first thing that a person sees about a speaker is when he gets up from the chair and walks towards the stage. Body language starts from there. Not on stage, but getting to the stage.
Right.
The confidence, the aura he has when he goes on. His confidence is everything. Fake it to make it is my mantra.
All right.
You know. And that's the first thing where the body language starts.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, cool, sir. Thank you so much. And you have achieved distinguished Toastmaster status.
Yeah.
When did you do that, by the way?
I think in 2014.
How long did you take to achieve your distinguished Toastmaster status?
It took me a long time. I think almost 11 years.
11
Between
years.
11 and 12 years.
And it's been more than 5 years you become a distinguished Toastmaster.
Yeah.
All right.
See.
So, how do you take this distinguished Toastmaster status, Mr. Leo? It's for people
No.
who are Toastmasters, who are
Actually-
distinguished Toastmasters, who are going to achieve distinguished Toastmaster status. So this is for them. How do you take this status?
When I started public speaking, Toastmaster, the goal was not to be a DTM at that time. The goal was just to be a good speaker. When I say a good speaker means I wanted to enthral, entertain, energize the audience and be the best version or better version of myself as a speaker. Like there is no other speaker in the world like Leo Conrad D'Souza. That's all what I wanted to be. And I was aiming for that. DTM happened by the way along the path. As I was doing the speeches to better myself, I was told by a few Toastmasters, Leo, something, you can finish your DTM. And then I realized after I did my ACG that I'm almost there.
I see.
Yeah. And then I said, yeah, let me go for it. Why not?
Great. Sir, there are many people who would like to improve their communication and the public speaking as well. What do you have for them? What they should do in order to improve their communication
You mean Toastmasters?
in general?
One of the things what they can do.
Sorry to cut you. Toastmasters for me is a tool.
It's a resource.
It's a resource. It's a tool.
What they should do is first and foremost, once you feel, you think, you know that okay, I know public speaking, that's not good enough unless you don't practice. Practice is the key. And the only way to practice is to have stage time, to be in front of an audience. So my suggestion is join a Toastmasters club and practice. The 5 P's, which are very important, I would say, is proper practice prevents poor performance. We get to know what is proper. One, joining a Toastmasters, going by the objectives of the speeches, implementing it, practicing it, and delivering it.
All right. So one more question. It just came into my mind. Some people in Toastmaster meeting, because I've been to so many clubs and in so many countries, in Toastmaster meeting I'm talking about, I have spoken in them. I found some people, senior people, they expect new members to come and deliver a perfect speech or a brilliant speech. And if they don't do that, they fail to do it, so they give them hard evaluation. Is it practical? Is it ethical? Is it good? Because as far as my knowledge is concerned, this is just a practice session. It's a practice platform. So how do you see this?
See, every evaluator should consider himself as a coach. Yeah, because the person has given a good speech, because the person thinks that it is a good speech.
That point in time.
And that point in time. So it has given a good speech, and we need as evaluators to respect it. Remember the 4 core values
Yes.
of Toastmasters?
Yes.
Respect, integrity, service and excellence.
Yes.
So the respect for every member has to be there. And how do we respect them? One of the ways is to encourage them.
Right.
Wow, this is a great speech, but you know something? You have the capability, the ability to be it even better. And I would suggest, why don't you try this and see how it works for you? Because what works for you may not work for me.
Beautiful. Very well said. Very well said. Thank you so much. I really commend your wording in that context, because I fail to understand. I fail to observe that some people, they don't actually practice values. Because of that, members are not continuing their journey of Toastmasters, and which is something we are blessed with, honestly speaking, as far as my understanding and experience is concerned.
But let me interrupt here. One of the main factors here I learned along my journey, I think I was one of the same, but I learned one thing is that understand to be understood. Understand them first. Where do they come from? How do you have? Ask leading questions. That is mentoring. Mentoring is nothing but asking leading questions. Ask them questions. How, what? Understand them. And then once you understand them, you build that relationship, the rapport, they will understand you.
Very well said.
To be understood.
Very well said. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Leo D'Souza, now perhaps you are running a company, coaching company, where you train as an NLP trainer, practitioner. So how people can reach you if they want to consult, if they want to get your training, your mentorship? How should they reach you?
Very simple. The name Leo Conrad D'Souza. I'm on LinkedIn. I have my website also, Empower Consultants.
Empower Consultants.
Yeah, it's called Empowering.
All right.
I like to remember as a memory hook, that is exceeding expectations. Everybody has expectations and everybody can exceed it.
All
My
right.
job is to make sure
So
to
your
instill the belief in them.
So your tagline is exceeding expectations.
That's the memory hook. Yeah.
All right.
The name is empowerconsultants.com and memory hook is exceeding expectations.
Very interesting. One more question.
Yes, sir.
You have been traveled to many countries as well.
Not like you, but still a long way to
But-
go where you are concerned. I have
But
to
you
catch
have-
up.
but
yes.
you have
But
traveled.
I did, yes.
And
I
you go
did.
to London quite often.
Yes, my home.
That's your home. That's your second home, or that's your home?
That's my primary home now.
All
My main home is Dubai.
All right.
Okay, I stand corrected. My main home is Dubai, but my secondary home is London at the moment. Yeah.
All right. So you have traveled for speaking and training, and I found one more thing interesting, that you go and attend different seminars, different training sessions. After so much of experience, how do you do that, and why do you feel is needed for you to get yourself trained? Is it you're updating your software? How do you see it?
As you said, upgrading the software. You have to be a better version of yourself. You can't be on version level 1 all your life. You
Right.
got to upgrade yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I go for different seminars, different trainings and just to learn, to catch all some important messages, and how I can instill it to myself, to my students, etc., and for them to be better.
Great. So you're doing something great for society as well.
Well, that's
As
what
part
we
of
are
your
going
legacy.
for. Yeah.
Perfect. Sir, one message for the people who are watching you, listening you, and young generation, why they should join Toastmasters. One thing, and second question is why they should continue their life for rest of their life.
See, one of the most important things in life is, let's say a student knows a subject, knows everything, but if they cannot express, they cannot impress. So one of the main things, main learnings you get in Toastmasters is to express yourself, to impress.
So you are telling people to join Toastmasters.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
It's a wonderful platform to practice.
So if they join Toastmasters, they can become a good speaker, good communicator, or
Oh yes. You need a lot of practice. Let me give you an example.
like stage time.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
Just for that 9.9 seconds or 9.8 seconds of glory and Olympic medals, how much practice does he put in?
Maybe 20 years. Yeah.
He just doesn't go and say, oh no, for 4 years I'll rest now, I'll sleep, and next Olympics I'll go and run. No. Practice. And the same thing, Like in cricket, you play cricket? I mean, you
Yes,
understand?
yeah, I do. Yeah.
There's what we call net practice.
Yes.
And they practice and practice and practice. When the real thing comes, they are good. They are prepared to deliver. Same thing. Because Toastmasters is a platform, while the real thing is outside, maybe at work, in your society, or whatever job as a profession, whatever you do to speak.
So you mean to say you are allowed to do mistakes and do experiments in Toastmasters meetings?
Oh yeah. A mistake is not a mistake till you realize it's a mistake.
No,
and you are told by somebody.
Why I'm saying it? Because people think it's a mistake, it's a disaster, it's a failure. That's the reason I'm using such words.
People can think what they want, you know.
All right.
I mean, they are free to think.
So
what
it's
they want.
okay to do and do experiments on stage of Toastmasters.
I wouldn't say it is a mistake. It's just that you think that is right, unless a good evaluator points it out to you, and you accept it, what the evaluator said. You're convinced, you're persuaded by him that yes, his way is better than mine. It doesn't mean that whatever the evaluator says it is right. No, you have that freedom to accept what the evaluator says and reject what the evaluator says. It is just an evaluation. It is just an opinion. It is not a proven fact.
So filter it and take it.
That's it. Proven fact is what is there in the manual of CC.
Perfect. And my second question was, why people should continue living their life for the rest of their life?
Continue living their life for the rest of their life. In what manner? Like
in general context.
Well, they should
Because a lot
enjoy
of people,
life.
Why I'm saying it? Because there are majority of people, they have no idea why they are put on this planet. That's what I'm trying to
They
get
don't
from.
know why they are put on the planet, then they'll have lot of friends in the graveyard. You know? And they are like the living dead then. You know, they're living, but they are as good as dead. So one should find a purpose, as you said. What is the purpose?
So how should they find purpose? Because thing is, that's the reason. It's a general discussion now. People are failed to understand because they want to become multimillionaire overnight, which is impossible. We don't have skills, but when I see you, I want to become like you. But I don't see the effort you have put in your life for past 30 years. This is what people are trying to achieve and compare with.
Somebody once said, you know, success is 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration.
Very well said, yeah. I agree with that.
Something like that. Yeah? So, a lot of effort, energy goes in preparing for that success, if you say. Success doesn't come easy. It involves a lot of hard work, smart work along the way, and a lot of trials, tribulations and tests that one goes through and so on. But to answer your question, how do you find that purpose? As I said before, speak to your heart. Stand still. Breathe in and speak to your heart. Your heart will tell you, what am I here for? What is my purpose in this world?
What you are inclined towards.
Yeah, as you said, what you are talented by
Almighty.
the Almighty, what you can do, what you are fit for, and what the society needs you for, what the world needs you for. The world always needs each and every individual. It's our job to find out how we can contribute to a better world.
Inspiration continues. We discuss our experiences. We cannot think beyond our experiences and our observations. We shared with you what we know from life, about life. You can take it the way you want. If you want to achieve something in your life, only the person who can help you with that goal is you. Nobody can change your life if you are not ready to take the steering wheel. You cannot sit behind the wheel to drive your life. Nobody can take you anywhere. After everything, the more important thing in your life and our life is, don't forget to take care of yourself. Distinguished Toastmaster, Mr. Leo Conrad D'Souza, Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate and honored with your valuable opinions and your experiences, your stories. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, DTM Amjad Ali.
I really
And thank you for having me over on your show.
My pleasure.